Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we're actually not going to be playing A through Z today. That'll be happening also, but this is just some new patch updates. I felt like playing the new heroes because a lot of them were tanky boys, and those are my guys. So we're going to start off with Blaze, because Blaze got some pretty cool changes to his kit, his talents, where everything go, and I think it's going to make the character much more interesting to play. So we do have solo Blaze on this team on Sky Temple, and that in and of itself is a little bit, well, it's going to kind of force us to make do with what we've got. So ultimately, the changes for this character are going to be mostly talent moves and less big number changes for the character, but there were a few of those that snuck in as well. So number one, most importantly, Flame Stream got Crossfire added to its baseline. So anytime that you hit a character with both streams of your Q, you're going to do bonus damage, and that bonus damage is going to reduce the timer of your trait cooldown, which is 90 seconds. So you can essentially get the 15 seconds per Q if you manage to hit a hero with both streams of the Q, which is crazy because this is only a 90-second cooldown, and that is what is that? That's 1/6 of the time gone immediately. So that's fucking nuts. Not only that, but the new habits itself got nerfed a bit on the globe cooldown for the character. So used to be 8 seconds, now it's 6 seconds anytime you pick up a globe off of your trait. Either way, it's still a huge change because you're going to have to be a lot more consistent with your Q to get more out of your D, and your D is extremely valuable, especially for a main tank Blaze, which is something that feels like, you know, at least a little bit more possible. I'm going to pick up that globe before they can get to it. Perfect. Now, if you're just not aware of what Blaze's abilities are, your Q just shoots out 2 streams. They're both going to do their own amount of damage, and when they come into contact with your W, they are going to light it on fire. Your W being the oil spill, which has got 2 charges, and it is vector targeted. You throw down a patch of oil that's going to slow people who stand on it, and then when it is lit on fire, Blaze can stand inside it to get health back. Super cool stuff. Main form of healing for the character. Also going to help him kind of just stand in the front where he needs to be to get that health back. It's really helpful. Your E, called Jet Propulsion, is Blaze's big engage. It's not the most reliable stun in the universe, but it is an AoE stun that can hit multiple targets, and it is absolutely fantastic. Number one best part about playing Blaze. The wind-up is pretty short, but it does still have a wind-up, which is in and of itself unreliable. Gonna dodge the hook real quick, just casually walking to the left and leave. But Jet Propulsion is a 1.25 second stun, so that is a huge stun that can happen in an AoE, just like you can see there. 2 people got hit after we just hit the stitches. It's fantastic. Pyromania is your trait, though. Pyromania is just, you're going to hit your D button, you're going to get yourself 40 armor, and deal 51 damage every 0.5 seconds for 4 seconds. And then, like we said earlier, your Q reduces the cooldown of your D. Not only by 10 seconds like it used to, but now it's going to be by 15 seconds. So you can have that shit up a lot if you're hitting multiple characters especially. There's still 5 people on the enemy team down here in the bottom lane, which is fine with us because we're just getting that middle turret for free. So as long as we keep them down here, we're having a grand old time. Medivh getting his stacks completed as well. Nice and easy, good stuff there. The other big changes for Blaze, though, are the swapping of his 7 and 13 talent tiers. So 7 used to be the grill and kill, the adhesive petroleum, and then there was one more that I think I'm not super sure. I think a talent just got removed. But this was, oh, it's Crossfire, duh. Crossfire was baked into your Q, so they replaced it with a new talent for your E at 13. So, anyway, That being said, the 7 talent tier is now available much more often, and it is a huge defensive tier, which helps you turn off damage for auto attackers or, you know, spell power users, or you can just drop a whole bunch of more oil when you use your jet propulsion. So it's a lot of defensive options, and they gave Blaze a lot more damage potential later on in the game because giving him crossfire, ouch. Giving him crossfire so early gives him huge amounts of damage and wave clear. It's crazy good. But that being said, again, 13's really up to you. What you're going to decide on is the best option to go into the enemy team. In this case, we took the nanomachine coating for the Vala and the Butcher because those are probably going to be the biggest problems for our team as the game progresses. Alarak doesn't brighten me a whole lot because as it stands, he hasn't been hitting too many combos to make me worried. But either way, if Alarak stacks up, the slows from our oil slick are going to be really bad news for him too. So we can shut him down pretty easily on top of everything else. Even then, his auto attacks make up a lot of damage for his kit, so if he can't do those as fast, he's going to have a bad time too. Everybody on the enemy team should have a bad time with this talent at level 7 instead of 13. Now, the 4 talents didn't change at all. I don't think they changed. I'm 90% positive they didn't change. But the cool thing is that you can now, you have the opportunity to take oil dispersal with the adhesive petroleum. So oil dispersal being the talent that makes the oil bigger and gives you mana back, can now be utilized with the adhesive petroleum, which is the one that you set the oil on fire and you slow them down while it's on fire. So you're now healing and slowing people. And it used to be that you couldn't take those 2 talents together, but now they're on different tiers and you don't have to take crossfire anymore. You have plenty of opportunity to sync those talents up and get stuff done. The inevitable problem that you're going to run into now is can I not pick collision course, which is honestly the most fun thing to pick at this tier because it is huge burst damage on the tackle, your jet propulsion. So if you can force yourself to say, hey, maybe I shouldn't take the fun damage talent, then you can have a lot of fun with the other talents at this tier. All in all, it's probably very competitive. Your E just is going to do more damage now, so that in and of itself is always just kind of baseline good. Got to put the bunker down real quick so Orphea can get out. Looks like she's not even going to try to get into it, but who cares? That is a huge stun on 3 people on the backside. She didn't even need it. Everybody else on the team was just so ready to kill all the bad guys. That was nuts. But yeah, so back to 13. At, well, see, we're not even 13 yet, but this would be doing 521 damage if we had it at level 12. That's insane to me. So that means when we hit that big stun there, it would have done 521 damage to the first enemy hero hit. It doesn't do all of that burst damage in an AoE, but it does make the one person that you're targeting very dead. Just super, mega, ridiculous amounts of dead. But the adhesive petroleum, it now is also going to let your basic attacks do more damage to characters that are in the slow. Characters that are standing inside the oil spill while it's on fire are going to take more damage from your auto attacks. It looks like 35% more attack damage from Blaze. And then his basic attacks obviously are going to light the oil patch on fire, which is super helpful when you need to just get in there and heal things by standing on the front line. So it is a very tanky talent, and again, it's going to work really, really well with oil dispersal. Grill and Kill also got changed. It's also just going to give 45% extra damage now when you pick it, and then when you hit the 30 heroes with it, yes, when you light, or when you hit characters 30 times with the burning of the oil, it is going to increase the duration by 2.5 seconds, meaning that it's going to jump up from... it is 2.5 seconds, isn't it? Yes. So it's 2.5, added another 2.5 on that. They're going to be lit and burning for a full 5 seconds, which is crazy considering how long that you can stand in them and get healing back. So I would think if you take Grill and Kill, you probably want to take Fuel Leak on top of that to get the maximum oil dispersal that you can. And then probably, let's see, I mean... At this point, Oil Dispersal just seems like the best talent to take. I really like Meltdown when I'm playing main tank, when you're playing with new habits, but at the same time, it's probably not the most efficient thing in the universe, right? Either way, Collision Course is what we ended up picking in this particular game, and then at 16, we're going to pick up Thermal Protection, which is the ability that reduces the cooldown of Jet Propulsion, which means that we should be doing much more damage. I don't know why Stitches just stopped there to slam. That seemed weird, but we've got the bunker down in case anybody needs it. Orphea's ult is still going. Alarak is the next to die. Not even remotely worried about his stacks. Not sure why Orphea's coming down to the point I can do this just fine by myself. I should probably go push someone else. But you're just going to stand here and do nothing. That's okay. There's also a top temple that could be taken by the rest of our team, but I guess we're not worried about it. It's fine. Everything's okay, I guess. And then the 20 talent, nothing has changed at this tier, so we'll ultimately pick up the fortified bunker. You may have some good times with burn notice nowadays. What you can probably do there is take Adrenaline Stim Pack at 1, and then Incinerator Gauntlets at 4. 7 won't matter. Well, no, 7 you'll want to take Fuel Leak, and then Adhesive Petroleum, and then 16 won't matter. But then you take Burn Notice. So all of that together is going to give you a whole bunch of utility and just usability for your auto attacks, because people will be stunned, they'll be slowed, and you'll be doing a bunch of extra auto attack damage to them very fast with your Adrenaline Stim Pack at 1. So there is probably an auto attack build for this character, but really the build diversity is there. I'm just having more fun playing him this way, I think, than the other way. But I'm sure it does exist. We're chasing in. We can just kind of let the Alarak go at this point. That was a kill with my Jet Propulsion. We can line up the Vala, take her out as well. Alarak looking nice and toasty. Going to give him the old Jet Propulsion kill as well. And take that easy triple kill with our tank character. You guessed it. I mean, that's just perfect. I loved every second of it. Now the 20, again, probably going to pick up Fortified Bunker just for the extra oomph on the bunker itself. Give them more armor, and then be able to throw out the oil spills. Well, anybody who gets inside the bunker can now throw out oil spills, which is really good for us, especially the amount of stuff that we're lighting on fire. Yeah. And the more that I think about it, too, if you're building that auto-attack oil spill build, you still probably want to take bunker to get the oil spills from the bunker. I don't know. The 20 options are just pick whatever ult upgrade you have, and then there's just the auto-attack upgrade, which doesn't really feel very good. I was really hoping, you know, his 20 tier might get some love, but it just seems very non-competitive. When I say non-competitive, I mean the options apart from ult upgrade do not compete with the ult upgrade at all. Unless you have a very niche situation and build that you have planned, so whatever. But really, I mean, this is just us testing out builds again, seeing how it goes. Obviously, it's going very well. The enemy team is a 5-stack, if I remember correctly from the loading screen, but they were all synced up, all with their fancy little portraits, and they were ready to do some stuff, but that did not happen. They didn't think very hard about their comp and how it works, and our comp is just so much better at literally everything. all that being said, we killed them so much, they really just don't have anything left. Core's going down, boss is going to die, and we're not even going to make it to level 20 so I can get the upgrade to my shit, but the build, again, this particular one, which I felt very strong on as far as, you know, a main tank Blaze goes, we started off with new habits. I like that. The portrait down there is just a bunker. When you're in the bunker, you're just a bunker, and that's nice. I like that. Never noticed that before. Not one singular time. Orphea beats me. I hate it. But we did have the same amount of kills at the end of the day, I believe. No, she beat me by 2. Different game that I'm thinking of. Bummer. Damn, she killed all the stats too. I don't know why I thought I was going to compete with that. The talents for this game are going to be new habits, meltdown, nanomachine coding, bunker drop, collision course, thermal protection, and then upgraded bunker, fortified bunker at level 20, had we gotten there. 69 seconds left on my ult. You better fucking believe it. That's just super nice. Super nice. Way to go, me. This felt good. This felt really good. Turning off the enemy team's damage with meltdown, it wasn't as impactful as I thought it was going to be as I slide down in my chair. But at the same time, meltdown couples very, very, very well with new habits and with the Jet Propulsion talents. So you're going to be in the face of the enemy team, turning off all of their damage. Well, you reduce it by 40% at the max, but with as much uptime as you'll have on Pyromania, it's really often. Otherwise, you'll take oil dispersal at 4, I believe. 7 will be up to you, whatever. 13, you're probably going to take adhesive petroleum, if we're being honest. And then 16 is still going to be up to you. 16 is still a defensive tier, kind of. It's a utility tier, really. Yeah, but Blaze, the build diversity is there. They are paying attention to his talents. I really like what they're doing with them. At this point, I like everything. I just wish that the 20 talents would get some diversity. Because as it stands right now, it's either pick good talent or pick shit talent. And that is, I won't call it shit, but it's bad. It's hard to make happen. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. We'll send this one out with whatever hero we're on in the A through Z, and we'll call it something. Did Blaze get good? I don't know. Did Blaze get good? Feels like Blaze has always been good, but that's just my opinion because I love the character and everything about him. We'll be back tomorrow. What was it? There's a couple characters I'm going to skip. But tomorrow we'll do, so we got Blaze and we've got the other tank, Garrosh. Garrosh got changed. Big change for Garrosh. I probably won't touch the Stitches changes just because I'm not super confident in them just yet. But we'll do Blaze and Garrosh for now, and then we'll see how the series unfolds. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.